This is from ESPN. Executive coaches and players rank the NFL's top 10 cornerbacks this time. Number 1 is Jalen Ramsey. Number 2, Marshawn Lattimore from the Saints. 3 is Jair Alexander from the Packers. Xavier Howard. 4, J.C. Jackson. 5, Denzel Ward from the Browns. 6th, NFL executive. If the dude is healthy and on the field, he's one of the best man coverage players out there. Footwork is elite, movement is fluid, would knock him on instincts. He probably will never be a Deion Sanders top-level anticipator, but he's got all the tools. He's actually darn tough, tougher than given credit for. He's just small, so it's more of durability than toughness. So, Bush, 2 of the top 6 ranked cornerbacks in the NFL are Cleveland natives. Marshawn Lattimore for Glenville, Denzel Ward from Nordonia. And I think Denzel Ward's ranked a little bit lower. I'd take him ahead of Jackson. I'd take him ahead of Howard. I'd probably take him ahead of Lattimore at this point in his career as well.
Yeah, Lattimore kind of ranked kind of high. I was like, I'd have him somewhere from the 8 to 10 range. But I mean, I guess we're splitting hairs a little bit. One of the things that I do agree with in that assessment is I think. When it comes to being in phase with your guy, you very rarely see Denzel Ward 2, 3, 4, 5 steps away from somebody. He's usually in coverage, right? He's always usually there. He's always contesting. And he's always a guy that's never really faked out on double moves or any of that stuff. Great recovery speed, fluent, like he can run with the best of them. And he's not a guy that is a smaller corner who you would think would get jump ball a lot more, maybe on fade routes and things like that. That doesn't happen too much either. I think one of the things that they are correct in their assessment is when you look at his production as far as interceptions and playing the football in the air, I think he doesn't have the elite instincts as far as jumping routes and different things like that. But I also think he's not a player that's going to take excessive chances. He's not going to be a guy, and you got to think about it. In man-to-man coverage, if you take a chance, that's what, either a touchdown or a spot foul on a pass interference, right? So you don't, some people are a little more risk averse, right? Before we had guys and coaches that played their secondary or their safeties very deep. So, when you got guys that help over the top, you can take a few more chances. But I think when you play in cover zero, I don't mind my corners not taking chances. All I want you to do is knock the ball down and get them to get 4th down and punt the ball. But in terms of what Denzel Ward is, I think the Browns have a really good secondary. I think he's a top 5 guy. I think Newsome I'm really high on. I think he's going to take another step today or this year. And I think the safety is going to take a step too. So I like what they got back there. And as I said before, I continue to say it. Every single person is back on this Browns defense. Everybody should know the system. Joe Woods should be comfortable, and they should be able to run some of the more exotic things early in the season when offense is still trying to catch up due to training camp, because defense is always going to be ahead of offense.
Yeah, and that secondary is going to be critical because it is a passing league, and they're going to need every bit of depth that they have if they're going to overcome how many ever games Watson is out.